So I'm 20, I'm from North London, and I want to be an illustrator. And last year I did my art foundation at Camberwell, and that was amazing. But I'm going to Bournemouth, Arts University of Bournemouth, to do illustration in September. Well, like next week.
Okay.
So yeah.
And what kind of cool stuff do you like to do during your spare time?
Obviously drawing, that's the main one.
Okay.
But I like going gigs or concerts, whatever you want to call them. That's like my main interest, I guess. Like I'd much rather go to a gig than a night out.
Yeah.
That for me is like, I don't know. So I'll go probably maybe one a month, depending on who's on, kind of thing, depending how broke I am. But yeah, that's probably about it.
Yeah, I'm the same. Like Jazz Cafe is literally the spot where I like to hang out.
Yes.
So I guess I've got to ask you, what type of artists are you into?
Definitely hip hop based, so more American hip hop. People obviously Lil Kana, like Mac Miller, Mick Jenkins. They're probably my favourites. Anderson .Paak. Like the list could go on for like literally ages.
Okay, so I mean your illustrations and your work is dope, I have to say. Like props to you. So when did it all begin and when did you start?
In terms of stuff like this, only a year ago, I guess. But in the grand scheme of things, like obviously I was drawing when I was little, and like probably in secondary school I lost a lot of confidence. So like I did art prior to GCSE, and I was like, okay, I'm shit at this. So I didn't even do it for GCSE. I didn't do it for A level, and then I did graphic design at GCSE, and then my teacher, big up Miss Westgate, literally like was just the best teacher ever. Like taught me how to use Illustrator, like which I barely use now. I mostly use Photoshop, but yeah. And then I did A levels, and I did product design, and I thought that would be similar to graphic design. Turns out it's not at all. It's like 3D shit, and I absolutely hated it. And so after my A levels, I was like, shit, what do I want to do in my life? Had like a mental breakdown. But yeah, had a gap year, didn't do anything productive. And then I actually went back to my GCSE teacher, Miss Westgate, and I was like, I need some help in my life, like give me some guidance. And because she's amazing, she like genuinely really helped. And she told me to do an art foundation. And I always thought an art foundation was just for painting and like traditional art. And then I did it, it was like the best thing ever. Like, and you experiment with all of the areas of art within that course. And then that's when I found out like, this is what I wanted to do my whole life, and I just didn't realise it was a job kind of thing.
They like the way I do things. They also hate it too. So don't you watch my new ring. It's just a struggle I'm going through. Respect do none of your business.
So do you have like any inspirations, any illustrators that you really...
A lot of people. I don't know who to even start with. So in terms of similar work to this, there's this girl called Mariella Angela, I think. Actually, if you want to see it, like that's her work, like all in sticker form. Yeah, she's amazing. Like she does oil painting, and I'm shit at painting, but I'd like try to aspire to a similar sort of style, like a definitely similar theme. Obviously, hip hop people. Then like this girl is actually insane. Just
say, get a blade right through. Love will come anyways, you don't get to choose.
So hers is all digital as well. It's a very different style and approach to the way I do it. Like she doesn't even have any construction lines. She just goes in it and starts shading it, and then it transforms into some like amazing face, and I just don't understand. But yeah, she's like, I always try and take tips from her, even though my style's quite different, but I love her work. Like I think it's actually insane. This guy's called Nique. He went to Camberwell, so that like gives me hope for the future. Yeah, he did work for Flying Lotus, who's, you know Flying Lotus, right? Yeah. He did work for Little Sims, Mick Jenkins, like, yeah, I like him a lot. He's weird but very cool. And then lastly, I imagine a lot of people will know this woman, Laura Callahan. Hers are weird and like very feminist, like induced art. That's like my top 5, I would say.
So on your Instagram, you talk a lot about, you know, your past and present illustrations, and you make a lot of comparisons. So I'd like you to talk to me a bit about how you think your artistic style has changed over the years?
I would say the biggest thing that contributed to my style changing was when I actually got my tablet.
Okay.
Because beforehand I just used I don't know what that would be, the trackpad on the computer, so it was very line-based, very structural. I use vectors on Illustrator, whereas now it's just the same as drawing because I have the pen, it's sensor pressure sensitive. Yeah, so that just made the biggest development. But then practice over the last 2 years, through the art foundation, just through my own time, a lot of putting work in, and it does depend on what kind of thing I'm drawing, because with the portraits they're a lot more detailed because I put a lot of time into them.
Yeah.
Whereas
this beard.
Yeah. that beard probably took me 2 hours just to do the beard. So I've decided I never want to draw a beard again. But these take anywhere between 6 and 10 hours.
Wow.
So I'm trying to cut that down. But then a lot of my simpler stuff doesn't even necessarily use a computer. So it completely depends what I'm doing the work for. If it's a uni project or something personal, I prefer more detailed stuff. But like I said, it takes a long time. So yeah.
And how would you describe your artistic style?
Oh, I don't know. Definitely digital based.
Pass the blunt and then we coming right back. Trying to take your mind off track. Gotta work just to get it right. Facts. Who are you? Who am I? I am free. Well, that's a lie. What is
So I was watching this video on Twitter the other day, and it was by BBC Africa, and it was just talking about how the creative industry and creatives have moved across the world.
Yeah, I've actually seen that video.
And
the one with the skateboard.
Yeah, it was a really good video, and it was really insightful, and it just spoke about how some people have reacted to it and they didn't really like it. So I wanted to ask you whether you think creativity or the creative industry is a Western concept, and as an artist, how you feel about this.
I think it's definitely not a Western concept. Not that I know anything about history, but obviously if you go back to where art started, there's tapestries and cave drawings and all that shit, which obviously didn't start in Western communities.
Yeah.
But I do think Western communities have developed and normalised creativity.
Yeah.
So living in London or I imagine America, it's normal to be an illustrator's job, to be a photographer and all this, whereas in Nigeria and many other places, it's more standard to have a 9-to-5 job.
Yeah.
So
lawyers and doctors.
I don't know. I think I'm really fortunate that I live in a place where it's so normalised. I don't have to worry about people being against what I'm doing, because for me that just sounds absurd. But in other countries, like it says in the video, that's pretty standard.
Yeah, it happens.
I think big up to them being able to do what they're doing, whereas it's not normalised. Because here it's fair enough. Everyone, I'm not getting judgment for it, but if they're it's hard enough as it is.
Yeah.
So if they're doing it with the judgment, with the negativity around it, then it makes it even harder. So well done to them.
I see, move through the room like got the H.N.I.C. I see, fuck what they heard, I'm the H.N.I.C.
So I wanted to ask you, what do you want people to take away from it?
I hope they like it.
Yeah.
In terms of illustration, the whole idea of illustration is to get a message across with drawing rather than words.
Yeah.
And that's definitely something that I'm still learning to do. Because these ones, for example, they're pretty pictures. It looks nice, but whereas other illustrations, I'm really trying to work on communicating just a little message, or I do want to try with storytelling, so kids' books. I'll be doing that at uni, little things like that to improve the message that I get across with it.
Yeah.
Visionary woman, growing silent, shake my head when you call me the hardest homie. I'm the hardest homie. In this race, I feel the fathers, homie. They say my track record show is style, and that's a blessing. Know me, I got all these stresses, yo me. Wear them like jewelry. Famous and not a nigga for real, that's so new to me. Pain is my coffee, music really the sugar, love is the cream, and without them life is bitter as fuck, and it's darker than me, that's for real. I'm from the other side of the trash, feel like once you cross the line.
So I was going to ask you, what do you love about illustrating? When you sit there, when you spend those hours behind the computer, what kind of makes you want to pick up a computer and be like, I'm going to do this today and I'm going to finish it?
Everything, I guess. I don't know, just, even if the work isn't good, I enjoy taking a break from like actual life and just sitting down. Like I'll turn my phone off and like I'll sit down for like 4 hours, and if I've got good music on, I will just sit there and draw.
Yeah.
And it's like my own version of meditation.
Yeah.
Like just relaxing, taking time to myself.
Yeah. You know, I interview a lot of artists and musicians, and I kind of sit there and I listen to their music whilst I'm writing to get that feeling of how I felt when I first heard it.
Yeah. Like if I was drawing Mac Miller, for example, I would obviously listen to Mac Miller back to back for like 7 hours. Like you can't listen to somebody else and draw a picture of them. Like this feels wrong. That inspires me. You'll listen to their music and how amazing it is, and you're like, I want to create something just as amazing.
Yeah, I know you're going to university, and I wanted to ask you what you want to get out of your degree and where you hope it will take you in.
I think the good thing about my degree is it's so broad. I can do my degree and I don't necessarily have to go into one specific area. I can do almost anything with it. Like same with all creative degrees, really. At the end of the day, if it doesn't go that well, I can go into advertising, marketing. Ideally, like obviously it's a long way away. My ideas might change, but I'd love to work for like music posters and like album covers. Because I have no musical talent. I'd love to involve myself in the music industry without having any musical talent. So I know it seems quite simple, like album covers and stuff, but that's really my goal. Like,
I get that.
Just to be involved in the industry, meet cool people. Like at the end of the day, I want to make money as well. Like I want to earn a living. But I'm gonna see where my course takes me. To be honest, I think hopefully I'll meet the kind of people that I want to work with in the future. That's the main thing about uni, finding people you want to collaborate with. But yeah, like I said, there's so many directions, so I'm not really going to limit myself. Like, I could work for a company or independently. Just going to see where it takes me, to be honest. Obviously, you're paying $9,000 a year, so you want a degree, but you also want to meet people, and like, that's the main thing about uni for me, meeting the people that I want to work with in the future. I hope to collaborate with. So obviously I'm doing illustration and I'll meet other illustrators, but then I'll want to meet people in graphic design, even textiles, like maybe get some clothing together, like just anything really.
And I think that's the like sort of amazing thing about the creative industry. Everything kind of interlinks, so you can have a person who creates clothing, and then you can have a writer who writes about that person who creates clothing, and then you can have an artist who creates a logo for the writer. And it's just like so interlinked.
That's like, I just want to meet people and do shit is basically my plan for uni.
Meet people and do shit.